Hey folks, welcome back. Alright, I am actually ready to rock and roll tonight. I got this thing fired up. Mic's already hot. I've already checked on my sound. I think we're good. Alright folks, here it is, the finale of the Thieves Guild. 2 quests, but I think there's only one that really involves a dungeon. So just to show you on the map where we're at and what we are doing. Way out of the way this one is. So we're going over here to the Twilight Sepulcher, or whatever the heck that's pronounced. Very, very southwestern edge of the map. So yeah, we were like way the heck out of the way. To get here, you can really get here however you want. You can get a carriage to Falkreath and kind of work your way west. What I did though is I kind of went right over here to Half Moon Mill since I already had the quest marker. And I was pretty much just able to make a beeline straight for that quest marker going into the Twilight Sepulcher there. There is a little bit of a trick to that I'll show you here getting in closer. As soon as you come to this little opening in the mountains and there's a little like ancient ruin right up there, that's where you know the entrance is going to be. So folks, before I get into this, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, that is always appreciated. Alright guys, let's get into this. Definitely looking forward to wrapping up the Thieves Guild stuff here. Why? Because at the end, we get a really awesome reward. We have to go back to Solstheim. I talked about this like, I don't know, 5-6 videos ago. But we go talk to Old Boy's brother there in Raven Rock, the blacksmith, and then he sets us up on a little side mission or side quest to, okay, I don't think our follower comes in on this one. Let me double check that. See, anyway, that guy, the blacksmith, I can't remember his name, Malroy or something, he sends us to a little side quest where we can pick up like a note or something. And when we bring that back to him, he gives us an entire set of Thieves Guild armor. And guys, it's good. Like the shirt, the armor part of it, it gives you extra carry weight. So it's just real nice armor set to have. I use that for different things too. Lockpicking, pickpocketing, I can't remember. Maybe stealth is a part of that. But just the carry weight for that breastplate or the shirt or the armor piece, that's really what I'm interested in. Alright guys, so enough about that. Let's get into our questline here for the Twilight Sepulcher. Oh, and no follower here, by the way. You know, that should have been my thumbnail. Let me see if I can make this work. Probably not. It's going to be super dark. But I'm going to try it anyway. Why? Because I can. Alright, so go ahead and give Old Boy a talking to here.
I don't recognize you, but I sense that you're the last of the Nightingale Sentinels. We were betrayed by one of our own. I was blind. Perhaps if I had been more vigilant, then Mercer... I haven't heard that name in a... How do you know of me? The key! You... And Mercer Frey? Then, I owe you a great deal, Nightingale.
It doesn't really matter how you answer these.
My only regret is that you had to... Carlisle? I feared she'd befallen the same... Nothing would bring... From the moment I arrived here. The sepulchre isn't... When Mercer stole the key, that... I'm afraid so. Whatever damage has been caused can only be corrected.
Okay, guys, the Pilgrim's Path.
To the Ebonmere. With the Ebonmere, they're shadows of their former.
And just to prevent possible quest breakages in this game, I always clear dialogue options. I recommend you guys do the same.
Possible help I've come across are the remains.
Not only that, you never know what you're going to pick up along the way when you open this stuff up.
Whatever is affected, as I get closer to, even right this moment, the Ebonmere is a conduit through which Nocturnal... Yes, but Nocturnal. Think about the guild. A pick break. Our access to those bits of light. Precisely. There are a few who still call nocturnal.
Alright, we're all cleared out.
And for good reason.
Go ahead and show you what we got cooking here. So the journal, I don't know if that's really used for anything. I usually scoop it up. But follow the Pilgrim's path, guys. This is what I call the dark dungeon because it's very dark in here. The darkness is like your friend. If you get too close to light, or maybe I got it backwards there. We're going to find out when we get into this dungeon. Either the darkness is your friend or the darkness harms you. I can't remember which. And I don't believe there's anything lurking out here in the way of goods, but I'm going to check anyway. Okay, it seems to me I've been around this room a few times, you know, to search for random loot or chest or something that might be around. I've never really found anything. So I'll just go ahead and go by the quest marker here and get that journal. And I do believe there's a loose weapon there. Next for the harvesting. I think that's a soul trapper. I disturbed the bones. Ooh, floss ruby. I'll take that. Oh, that's a stamina. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was soul trapping. Yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to double check. I haven't really been trusting my memory lately. So on these, you know, that it's been a minute since I've been in, I might just take an extra second, look around, you know, even if I'm sure there's nothing there. Memory can fail, as I've been finding out lately. Playing Subnautica, as a matter of fact. I'm like, wait a minute, that don't look right. It is. It's just my memory that ain't right. Alright, go ahead. Now, I don't think I can do any soul trapping. I don't really have the gems. Oh wow, I did not one-hit that thing. I thought I could try to curve that arrow around the wall. Didn't work out. That one hit. Get you bump book. Actually, I don't know if that's a bump book. It's titled right to be a bump book, but the value isn't up there, so I don't know about this one. I'm going to take it anyway. Normally the value has to be up there. Now notice this little button. We're going to come back to that here in just a second. Ooh, and I'm getting to the point in Skyrim I might adopt, you know, the family thing and do the kids thing and showcase that. I have not done that yet. Normally when I'm just playing for myself now, I don't bother anymore, but honestly, my first playthrough or so, it was fun. Anyway, that's a gift you can give to the kids. They're going to want gifts from time to time to stay happy. You can give them, like, apples, like, sweet rolls or whatever, just, you know, good stuff. Clothing items. Boys and girls clothes. God, what else can you give the kids? Daggers, believe it or not. Alright guys, go ahead and activate that button there if I can. Get it to highlight. And that should open up this door. Couple extra goodies hiding back here. Oh, speaking of apples. Alright, let's go on back out and continue into the dungeon here. Now we got a couple of different, a couple of different appendages here that are worth checking on. I don't really know what all those books are, but I don't... Oh, there's a riddles book. Again, any of the riddles books go to the kids. Wow, I can't believe I actually got that gold without picking up that stupid book. Go me. The Prisoner of Azkaban? That was the way I read that initially. I was like, wait a minute. Wrong video game. Alright, I think we're good here. Not a whole lot going on apparently. Alright, sweet deal. Moving on deeper into the dungeon here. Oh wow, that one had my number. So I don't mind triggering the traps in this game. I'm a red guard, so the poison darts really don't bother me. But if you're not a red guard, those take it out of you pretty good, so just be careful of the traps. One good thing about me tripping them all, whether I want to or not, is you guys get to see what's up. Alright guys, I can't remember, like I said, I can't remember if the darkness is your friend or foe. I'm going to wait for my candlelight to burn out to make sure that's not affecting anything. Alright, good to go. Let's see what happens. Okay, the darkness is not damaging me. But the light does. See that? Okay, so I had it right the first time. See, first instinct is usually right when you're taking a test. And then if that's not, you know, jiving, then just pick C. So anyway, yeah, stay in the shadows. That's the whole point, the whole name of the game here. As long as you stay in the shadows, you're golden. There's random lootables here, but not a ton of stuff. It's kind of hit and miss, and it's more like an old school Legend of Zelda dungeon. There's traps. It's kind of like you have to find the right path. And again, tripwire here. I'll just go ahead and hit it. And there's some more light source, which is really taking that. Oh no, I took too long. I was just going to show you the damage there, but wow, it really sped up there at the end. Oh no, I got to start the whole thing over. Ugh. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that.
I don't recognize.
I should have dropped a save.
But I sense.
Drop a save. Just in case I do something silly in here. Alright, so anyway, yeah, I was getting back to the lamp, so just stay out of the light. I was gonna say, like, you can dip in there, you know, to maybe collect something quickly, but don't stay in there long. And that's when I biffed it, so... I guess another little noteworthy item here is maybe keep your health topped off. So you just kind of follow the shadows around. You'll find a staircase here. Now guys, this stuff is not easy to see. And the good thing is I noticed candlelight didn't seem to harm me. So you can actually use that to kind of figure out where you're going. And we're not going to go that way because of the light. Boy, this thing is full of darts. So if you're not a red guard, you're going to be having a real tough time in here with these darts. You're actually going to have to avoid those as well. Okay, and I don't believe there's anything hiding over there. I remember going back there before to check things out and I died. Okay, there's a hidden chest that's out in the open. A not so hidden chest. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a soft save here. Get combat ready. Sometimes it's just easier to take the plate. Alright, what do we gotta do here? I think there's a lever, a button, a rope to pull. I remember... There it is right there. Alright, yeah, I remember it was well hidden. Oh, wait a minute. Must be two. So now I wonder what this one was all about. Huh, I wonder if I open a secret hidey hole behind me. Oh, I had to check. Alright, I know I'm getting into combat here in a minute. So speaking of tripping all the traps, probably a good thing your follower doesn't come in here with you. These traps would be all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna go lefty-loosey first and see what's up with this.
I sense a presence.
I kind of remember... Oh, I did not one hit you. Alright, this room here. I remember spending some time in here and not finding much. That's right, that just kind of goes around in a big circle there. So that would have been an easier way to go, rather than the hallway of death here with all the traps. And I don't want to get discombobulated here. If we want to take like a walking path to get down there, we got to go this way. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what the point of this room is. I remember thinking this before, too, like, there's not really much down here, you know, no bump books, no loot, really. I take that back about the bump books. That is definitely a bump book. Ooh, an elven bow just sitting. Oh, it's dwarven, never mind. Yeah, a couple of random loose, cheap things, but I don't know. Is it really worth coming in here for all that? Probably the bump book, maybe. So to get out of here, we're just going to kind of backtrack, go back the way we came. Whoop. And then we'll take a left here. We should come right back into contact with the door to proceed on. So I'm going to go ahead and drop another soft save here. Inner Sanctum. Do it.
Hey, Melon
I would be lying if I said I remember all this. I don't remember this part. But that's pretty far down there. I don't know if that's a fall death. I'm gonna try it, guys, just because I'm me. I only do this in video games where I can save the game and fall back on that. Okay, so I didn't take fall death, but I am definitely not going anywhere. I'm getting hungry. Last famous words. Okay. Now what? That's right. So I basically went out to take a cast out, and then the key just kind of like auto took over, and that whole thing just happened. So here we are. Now before I trigger that, I want to get a lay of the land. Okay, and I don't believe this is a battle arena, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
My, what do we have here? It's been a number of years.
I guess that's nocturnal.
Since I set foot on your world, or perhaps it's been moments.
Now, how come I can't play her? That would be fun. I don't know. Maybe there's a mod for her or something, but that would be cool.
The key has been stolen, and a champion returns it to the sepulcher. Now that the Ebonmere has been restored, you stand before me, awaiting your accolades. A pat on your head. A kiss on your cheek. What you fail to realize is your actions were expected and represent nothing more than the fulfillment of your agreement. Don't mistake my tone for displeasure. After all, you've obediently performed your duties to the letter. But we both know this has little to do with honor and oaths and loyalty. It's about the reward, the prize. Fear not. You'll have your trinkets, your desire for power, your hunger for wealth. I bid you to drink deeply from the Ebonmere mortal, for this is where the agent of Nocturnal is born. The oath has been struck, the die has been cast, and your fate awaits you in the Everglow. Farewell, Nightingale.
Yep, very cool.
See to it the key stays this time, won't you?
Now, where did she come from?
I'm glad you were able to bring the key back safely. I wouldn't take that to heart. Think of her as a skull. I assure you, has she been displeased with the circles at the crescent moon represents the agent of shadow. This is Nocturnal's way. If you ever feel the need, be warned that once you've chosen, you can't reset. Now, your life as a nightingale begins. The guild has welcomed. I only hope that this isn't an ending to things. Why, perhaps there are pockets brimming. We may be nightingales, but in our hearts we're still thieves.
All right, we're all cleared out. Good to go.
We do.
All right, guys. Now I talked about these, I think, on the last stream. Hold on, I don't think we can select just yet.
I feared I would never see you again. I was afraid you'd become like the others.
If it were not for the actions of this nightingale, your fears would have come true. She honors us all.
What will you do now, my love?
Nocturnal calls me to the Everglow. My contract has been fulfilled.
Will I ever see you again?
When your debt to Nocturnal has been paid, we'll embrace once again.
Farewell, Gallus. Eyes
That
open.
might be kind of cool.
Walk with the shadows.
I didn't want the thumbnail to be out in the forest. I didn't know where else to take the picture. Ah, nuts. He got away. Okay. I got a couple of decent pictures there, so...
Yes, Nightingale? What is it? I've decided to make my home at... Of course, I may visit some of Skyrim cities to acquire things from time to time. Can't afford to get...
So yeah, she'll basically retreat back to the Nightingale Hall, and again, that's a player home, guys, after all this is done and said. So by the time we get back over there, it should be furnished and ready to rock and roll for us.
Gallus' oath has been... Now his spirit becomes one with the... No. This is the greatest honor a Nightingale can possibly... Absolutely. It's believed that they are lit. That's why the Ebonmere needed to be reopened. Without it, if this place is in danger, should the need arise, a portal connects the Sepulcher and Nightingale Hall. Use it whenever you wish.
Okay, so that's noteworthy right there. You can warp back and forth between this and Nightingale Hall. Alright guys, so I talked about this, I think on the last stream.
With the shadows.
Selecting these. You know, I recommend you just play with all three. The bad thing is you gotta wait a full day, and I think I actually misspoke on the last stream and I said that it was 1 day Skyrim time, but I don't think that's right. And I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think that's 1 full day real time, like our time. So, I don't know, I just remember, you know, trying these and getting stuck on them for a while, and I tried passing time and that didn't work. But again, guys, I don't trust my memory anymore, and it's been so long. Don't quote me on that. So anyway, that's your portal to the front, but maybe I can't... Oh, stepping on it activated it, so I already accidentally did it. So if you don't want to choose, don't walk on these things. I didn't accidentally, or I didn't actually mean to select one. I was going to show you guys all of them. But anyway, yeah, I would just, you know, recommend playing with all three. Give them a try, see how they feel. But I'm pretty sure you have to wait a full day to come back and then, you know, select another one. So try to remember what you selected, because it really stinks if you select it and then it's like, uh-oh, well... That's the wrong one. I already had that one, or, you know, I already tried that one or whatever. So I would just maybe start, you know, do kind of like a right to full, a sliver to full kind of thing, or backwards, you know, full to sliver kind of thing. Just whatever you do that works for you there. But yeah, they can be a lot of fun. I really wished I had paid attention to what I selected. I'm gonna try I'm not missing anything here. There it is right there. Okay. So I got the subterfuge. This is not for me, I'll be honest. I do not care for this one at all. I much prefer the one of the other two. So yeah, I'll definitely be coming back here tomorrow to select a new one. And I think all three of them are actually under here under powers. Alright guys, with that, again, just go ahead and take one of the portals here.
I may have some work for you.
Oh yeah, go ahead and give him these, by the way.
Well, if you happen across any by the 8, you actually got your hands on it. This alone is worth more than some thieves earn in a lifetime.
And I guess we keep the other eye. Okay, so that extra work there, I guess that's what you would, you know, select if you want to do all that other stuff there. To become the king of the Thieves Guild or whatever. But I'm just going to go ahead and go talk to the brother over in Raven Rock and see if we can't get our hands on that other armor set. And it's worth it, guys. Just for that carry weight shirt alone, it's worth it. Yeah, I think it might be up here. So I need to go kind of like west, northwest. So if you don't want to deal with a dragon fight, just bend Will and he'll fight for you. Okay, but I'm not here for all that. I just want to get after this Castle Karstag or whatever. Alright, so yeah, there it was. I had the wrong river the first time. I knew there was a river and I knew there was a waterfall, but it is definitely up here where we're looking. And guys, we don't have to go in here very deep at all. In fact, you can probably sneak in and get what you need without even having to get into combat. Disregard. You're going to be getting into some combat. The corpse is like right there. Oh, maybe not. Let's see what happens. Okay, so search this body here if I can get right with my view. Maybe this is it right here. Bonemold formula. Go ahead and grab that. And then I think my follower is hiccuping because of that combat situation. Usually when that's happening, fast travel fixes it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Apparently that didn't take. Oh, it did take. Yeah, go away. Go kill something for me. Now, I don't know if it'll let me fast travel.
The Northern Maiden is shipshape and ready to go.
There's my follower. Oh yeah, duh, we need to go to Raven Rock.
The Northern Maiden is shipshape and ready to go.
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. Don't let it go to waste.
I don't know why I'm not getting the... Honestly, guys, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. It's been a long time since I've gone through all this, and... I just remember completing the Thieves Guild, and then there's a new dialogue. Now, maybe you gotta do something for Delvin first. Maybe you gotta befriend him by doing one of his quests, you know, that could very well be. Maybe I'll go back and do a quickie for Delvin. Just to see if that opens this up, because honestly, it's worth it. Like, if I can figure this out tonight, I'd really like to be able to do that for y'all. Now, most of these are going to be just silly little milk run type things, you know. Go fix this ledger. You're going to have to stealth in there, sneak in there. Usually. It's some kind of a stealth mission.
If you need marksman training, and you've got the core,
Alright, Delvin.
Even work.
Yeah, see, he's not even offering dialogue to the brother.
I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. The ones with them all. If breaking's a more your thing, go talk to Vex.
Okay, I think the numbers job, I think that's going to be the ledgers.
Most of the establishments in Skyrim, your job will be to feel like doing a bit of writing. Finally, someone with backbone.
Bow and arrows are
There you
fun,
go.
but it can't compare to slashing your enemies in half.
Okay. In Riften. Okay, well,
What
that's
can I do
easy.
for you today? Don't muck this up.
Alright, so yeah, quest marker should take us right to the ledger. I'm not sure what building this one's in, though.
What's the hurry?
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
Okay, make sure you're not seen when you do this. Matter of fact, you might want to drop a soft save before you push the button. Okay, yep, good to go.
All the crime and corruption in Riften is really getting to him. And now that we hear rumors about the dragon...
Yeah, so most of these are just going to be kind of quick in, quick out, just like that. I always put that save down, though, because you never know. Sometimes they spot you and it just causes problems. You can always reload that save up real quick, give it another go. Try talking to Goldbeernoff again.
Sorry,
I don't
boss.
think you can
I've got
talk to him
important
again
things to do. We'll speak another time.
until you've done all the other quests here in the Thieves Guild.
Pull up a seat. This kind of work suits you, and it's going to end up making you rich.
Okay, still nothing on the brother.
Great. What do you want to do?
Let's make our enemies regret they were even born.
There are all sorts of people wandering around carrying their valuables. So, you in for a little fishing? Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
You may be a good fighter, but is your aim as steady as mine?
Okay, honestly, you know, I could just be running around in circles here for the next 2 hours, so I'm not going to keep going here. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and find out why I can't get this this dialogue to trigger over there in Raven Rock. But since I did one of those... Actually, wait a minute. Hold up a second, I think I'm remembering something. Yeah, forget about that. We might have to get this armor first.
So you're the new recruit. Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get... I'm the fence. I can also provide a few supplies used... Sure, how about I...
Only a coward.
Look, at the end of the day, you'll find that all... Good. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use.
Alright, we got the armor from her. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to her about the
looks like you're
exchange
fitting
thing.
in. I'm supposed to allow you to trade in one of your pieces of... Of course. Your new piece will enhance your skill beyond that of the original. Trust
It
me.
was truly a glorious hunt to bring down the World Eater. It's my honor to fight alongside you.
Okay, I wish that just cleared. Let's see what we've got. It's Thieves Guild apparel. Okay, see, the shirt and the Thieves Guild set does it too, but this is nothing as good as what we can get from the brother in Raven Rock. I think it's 50 or something. And again, all these are really low. So we really need to go get that better set. Pickpocket long picking prices, that's actually decent to have, but again, the other set, they give you a better bargain. Lock picking, I'll probably trade in the gloves.
Well, look, I'm supposed to allow you to trade in... Of course. Your new piece will enhance your skill beyond that of... Are you sure? Once I exchange it for you, I'm... Okay, there you go.
No matter who they are,
Okay,
where
that
they
cleared
hide,
it. Sweet
we'll hunt
deal.
them all down.
See what the difference is. Okay, that's right. So you get to increase one piece. It doesn't actually change the superpower, it just bumps it up. Not terribly high, but, you know, a little is better than nothing. So anyway, let's try the brother one more time, and then if that doesn't work, I'll go ahead and cut the stream, and I'll do some research and kind of get back to you guys on this whole thing.
You're looking for passage.
Oh.
This is one of those rare quests that if you get the item early, it doesn't break the quest. So that's why I was okay, you know, taking that piece of paper off that corpse a bit ago. Where you at, dude?
Look at me. I'm a
You got a
different
good thing
person.
going here.
Aha, there it
Reopen
is.
the
Okay,
mines.
wow, guys.
Don't let it go to waste.
This is it. So yeah, I don't know if it was doing the thing for Delvin or, you know, getting the armor from whatever her name was. It's probably getting the armor from whatever her name was. So what I would do if I were you is I would probably try that first because it's quicker and easier. Then if that doesn't work, go do one of those quests for Delvin. And then come back over here to good old Glover Malroy. So once we do that, go ahead and say you notice the shadow mark by your door. And just
Bring
to
your
kind of
weapons
point out
and
what they're
armor to
talking
me.
about
I'll
here.
fix it up right.
There should be a little mark, very hard to see visibly, but it's there. Kind of looks like the Rambaldi device symbol.
I'm sorry to bother you. But Second Counselor Rano asked me
Glover
to...
Mallory.
So yeah, go ahead and say you notice the mark.
It's been a... So tell me, how's my brother Delvin?
Now he's
Good to
talking about
hear.
his brother
Damn
Delvin.
layabout never... Anyway, I suppose you're eager to make... I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem. Don't look at me like that. And besides, it's really my problem. A fellow Breton who went... He noticed the shadow marks like you did. That he did.
I wish I was there to help.
It's my own formula.
Yep, the Bonemold formula. We already got it. Okay, so now because we already got it, we can just go ahead and hand it over to him.
Well, I'll be. What happened to Esmond? I told him not to head up there. Here, I want you to take this. Help yourself to whatever you like inside.
Alright, so he gives you the key. He doesn't actually give you the armor set outright. He just basically lets you in the house.
I'll fix it up right.
Without getting in trouble, which is awesome.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
And then the armor set. Honestly, I don't remember where it is in the house here. I'll look around for it so you guys know. Excuse me. Whoopsie. Okay, here we go. This is the goods. This is where we were looking for. So go ahead and take the boots, armor, gloves, hood. Now this is Blackguards, guys. It's not Thieves Guild. So in your apparel, we got to go way up to the top of the menu. I really love how there's 10,000 things in this menu now. And yeah, there it is. There it is, baby. Booyah. 50 freaking points increased carrying capacity. So basically when I get weighted and I'm already wearing everything else I possibly can for carry weight, you can add that shirt, bam, instant 50 more pounds. Love that. And then of course, you know, all this stuff is so much better. The pickpocket 40. Lockpicking 40. Prices are 25% better. You really can't beat that. Like, when I reset that that speech skill, that right there is going to be absolutely huge. Alright guys, I'm glad I got that figured out for you all. Definitely appreciate having you all tonight. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, that is always appreciated. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting.